My
Do you
mascot.
think there's a probability they're going to suicide SBF in the Bahamas in the next few weeks?
People don't get suicided in prison. Stop. That whole thing is just like the Epstein thing. He killed himself.
He comes off.
Epstein killed himself. People don't get killed in prison by political operatives. It's nonsense. Going to prison is how you kill somebody politically. Like, it's worse in prison.
It would have been so much easier to just be like, Jeffrey Epstein is a horrible person and he's clearly lying about these things that he says that I did. If you were somebody who...
I mean, but what about McAfee died in custody.
He killed himself. Some people killed themselves.
He took it out.
Some people kill themselves in prison because it's depressing and shitty, and nobody wants to go to prison, especially if you have a long sentence. And it's not uncommon for people to kill themselves in front of a short sentence. So like,
you believe he killed himself even though he was under a suicide watch, though?
Yes.
What are the odds of that?
What are the odds of that? People who kill themselves in prison or yeah, of course.
Oh, come on. They're both so low.
Oh, Martin.
Why do people believe this nonsense conspiracy stuff? It's very easily explained, right? By the...
I mean, it might not even be politically related that somebody was going to kill SBF if, say, they lost their grandma's life savings or something.
Well, I mean, people will spend their entire fortunes, their entire livelihood to avoid prison. That's pretty common.
I guess people think it's odd because he was on suicide watch and then miraculously, he was taken off of it, and then he just ended up killing himself. It's just
how
odd.
do you think prison works?
Shkreli, having been on suicide watch must lend more credibility to the idea that he killed himself.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Man considered likely to kill himself kills himself.
Exactly.
Oh.
It's the least surprising thing. If the guy was on suicide watch, he was obviously contemplating it, or he told somebody he was considering it, and he did it ultimately.
You don't think he was a spy?
No, I don't think he was a spy.
What? For who?
They say that he
They.
Yes, look it up. This is all online.
I've
Just check.
seen
Okay.
Just a quick check.
I've
Did you vote
seen-
for Joe Biden in the last presidential election?
I voted for Trump.
All right.
I've seen some of those conspiracies as well. So ultimately, again, I'm sort of a person that believes in reason and science and thinking through logical problems.
Critical thinking is
Yes, there we go. That's it. And so Epstein, the strangest thing about Epstein that is true is that nobody can really explain where he made money or how he made money. And so what I'm led to believe is, as a criminal, he was an extortion artist. He was very good at extortion. He was able to con a lot of people out of a lot of money. And when I say con, I don't mean like a fraudster cons. I mean like a extortion artist cons, because he was
Look at this guy. He's AFK. Kill him.
Like getting them in compromising situations.
exactly. So he was extorting. That's extortion.
Yeah.
And he was extorting some very powerful people, principally business people, who could pay him quite a lot of money to not talk.
Fight that guy without signing out. No one you have to be in that.
It's interesting to me is that all the evidence, all the videotapes and stuff that was in his various safes, it was all labeled from the FBI, like straight from whatever kind of, they already analyzed all of those.
Why don't you guys collapse on him?
Pictures, anything, whatever.
I had to just wait for Senna. If I hit him, he just gets stacks and all sorts of
Wish we could have gotten him. Anyway, Epstein was an unusual figure in that regard. You know, it's very rare for somebody to try to extort high-profile business people, but he seemed to do it successfully. He lived a long time. He had a taste of prison already. He was not a young man. For him to commit suicide was somewhat logical in that he was guilty. He was going to get life sentence. There's no other thing to do. I mean, what are you going to do, fight it? So for him, he also was able to give some of the money to his brother before because I guess, you know, his estate was not yet, you know, kind of settled. So he was sort of able to benefit from killing himself in that way. I think Aaron Hernandez did the same thing.
Yeah.
So there's like an estate planning benefit to the suicide, which is, you know, kind of sad to think that's the way that he.
Why people don't like that way?
This guy's trying to.
Kale is free farming. Oh, that's good. I might be able to come clean this up with you. I can. Oh, you're cracked. Oh snap! We 1v5. We 1v5. I want a power spike. We can literally, if set and okay, they just decided not to help. But even if they'd helped them, we would have killed them.
What game are you guys playing?
We are dominating a game called League of Legends.
Are you kidding? You see what channel you're in?
Oh, oh wow.
1v5. 1v5.
There's news.
Kill her too. I got her. I'm going. Oh shit.
Oh, I hit the tower!
It's okay.
I hit the fucking tower with my Q.
You gotta use target champions only. That button is OP.
Which, what do I, A, or?
I think it's on tilde by default.
Yeah, it is.
Whenever you, I have it rebound. Whenever you hold tilde, all of your abilities and clicks that are targeted can only hit champions.
You just upped my game significantly.
So like, she was like right behind the tower. I just held space and right clicked, and it clicked her instead of the tower.
Listen, our
Even though I was clicking right on the tower.
look at our can see Leona only one with decent awareness. What a jerk!
We basically would have been unable to kill the.
What do you like?
Samira if I didn't use it.
You like Frozen Heart?
On Leona?
Female for sure.
Yeah, sometimes. I mean, it's really good this game. They're full AD. They're full AD.
Getting the male first.
Yeah, so I don't know. The Epstein thing is ridiculous. Like, there's so many people believe conspiracy theories right now. I think partially because the world feels quite out of control, and it makes us feel comfortable to believe in conspiracy theories. There are people who study them from a sociological phenomenon perspective, and most people agree that conspiracy theories tend to flourish in times of political change and upheaval, of which we're going through one right now. It's a very weird time.
It is. I think it's weird too how in the case with Deutsche Bank,
Yeah.
the judge's family was targeted, and I don't know. And they said that it's some crazy attorney that was that had her as a judge for one of his cases, and then he dressed up as I don't know if it was a UPS driver or some sort of mail carrier, went to her house and then shot her husband and
Her son died, right?
Yeah.
I think the son died.
No,
And the funny thing is, the attorney I work with, this was when I was working with another attorney, but he had a class action case in front of that same judge. It was a Verizon class action thing, some stupid spam call thing that he had, and she was the judge that decided it. And I don't know. I think it's weird. I'm not saying I believe in it because I do really think that
Weird
some
things
things are just
happen.
odd coincidences.
I mean, this was a strange person. Jeffrey Epstein was an extremely odd person that, was a sexual deviant. He was a criminal. He made a ton of money somehow without, disclosing how he made it. It seems like it was connected to extortion. to Les Wexner and others. You know, this is a fascinating thing. It captivated the country because it's a very odd situation. It doesn't mean that he killed himself. You know, I'm sorry. It doesn't mean that he didn't kill himself. You know, which is, you know, there's no evidence to the contrary. And the guy was depressed in prison. I mean, a lot of people would kill themselves.
No, they would. Yeah.
The embarrassment of being known as the world's most hated person, that alone could crush a lesser man.
True. And then what they would do to him in prison, a lot of times he was probably...
Yeah, no, he knew what was coming, so ultimately he took the easy way out to some extent. And prisons are notoriously lax about things like that. Like, people die in prison every day. Nobody ever worries about them or thinks about them. Because
I looked up how Ghislaine is doing. She got transferred to a prison in Tallahassee, Florida.
Yeah, nobody's killing her, you know.
No, I don't think she's going to kill herself. She made friends with another inmate, surprisingly, another wealthy woman who killed her husband.
People handle this kind of stress in different ways.
What's her name? Carol Baskin?
No, not Baskin.
People handle that kind of stress.
Nobody critically thinks that it is like impossible to find a woman my age that like doesn't believe in something made up like astrology or cryptocurrency, technology.
Oh wait, crypto?
Or politics, just a bunch of made up fucking nonsense.
Yeah, true.
Or like insane woke ideology, which I mean, like, hey, I love social justice, but like some of this shit is just totally mind-blowingly wrong.
You're telling me there's a fake coin that's worth real money?
Exactly.
It's called the Trump NFT. You're the one I'm buying.
Shout out to the front bottoms.
The band.
Okay.
Shout out to the what?
The front bottoms.
The folk band? The band?
Coldplay?
Pretty good.
The front bottoms?
The front bottoms, the band?
Yeah.
What do band? Oh shit. The Engaged. I maybe shouldn't have playing. This is kind of taking too long. Oh, we gotta run away from Darius.
I fucked up. Is that the ADC who got...
Uh-oh, somebody's doing noob stuff. Oh no. Wait. Oh.
God damn it.